Hey guys, Ken Ross here, and I'm a business consultant that specializes in reducing costs for businesses by looking at their essential expenses. And today, boy am I excited today, because yesterday I got to watch the WWDC from Apple, and I'm sure if you're a developer like me or a former developer like me, somebody who's really in the IT, it's something you want to check out regardless of if you like Apple or regardless if you are really into technology all that much anymore, because honestly they get into some really good details about their enhancements in software, and they also made some great announcements about their hardware and their move to the new M2 processors. It's something that's very exciting. I know a lot of folks are really excited and been anticipating these announcements for quite some time. I know I'm pretty excited about M2, just like pretty much anyone else these days. Apple announced two brand new Macs, the redefined MacBook Air in like 4 different colors, which is outrageous, and the 13-inch MacBook Pro with M2. Now, it's just really the M1 upgraded because they took the old platform and they put the M2 in it, so there's really not much of a difference there. I know for you, I know this may not be something that necessarily is relevant, like, hey, as a business, I'm not looking to upgrade all my computers, but I'm paying attention to those things. And the reason I pay attention to those things is because I said before, I look at the specifications. And let me tell you a little bit about what I found. Okay, so to get really into it, what I am really paying attention to when I think about businesses and when I think about what it is that I do for businesses, I look at what types of hardware they put into these machines. And one of those things that I'm very much looking for is Wi-Fi 6E. Not Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 6E. And let me tell you why. Because 6E, unlike just standard Wi-Fi 6, is the next generation of wireless technology for your home. Most people, they have wireless internet in their home, and if they don't, well, get with it. It's the 2020s, right? We've had it for quite some time. But Wi-Fi 6E is supposed to, in some sense, level the playing field when it comes to wireless providers, internet service providers, such as Cox Communication and CenturyLink and Spectrum, all those places, and your wireless carriers like Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, offering wireless internet in your home. If you've been following this channel at all and you've been listening to anything I've said, 5G is coming to your home. 5G is already in your home if you wanted it to be, because you could invest in it. It's something that during the big game, and I mentioned this in one of my videos, I'll put the link up there in the top here, they are investing in your home. They want you to buy 5G and put it in your house. Why? Because they can offer the same speeds, if not better speeds, than wireless. And wireless carriers want to do that. They want you to have, I say, brand loyalty in some sense. They want to offer you something that they couldn't offer you before, which is gig speeds in your home, as well as a cell phone plan that you can use while you're out. You'd have the same coverage inside as you would outside. You'd have gig speeds on your phone as well as all your devices in your house, because not only would the 5G allow for gig speeds to your phones, but to all your wireless devices inside your house, as it offers the Wi-Fi in your house, you'll be able to use it. And the reason you can do that is because of Wi-Fi in your home, right? Wi-Fi 6 in your home. Wi-Fi 6E is going to give internet service providers the ability to do some of those same things inside your home at a much faster rate. So you're going to have this competition of sorts. And I have a link to a resource that I got from Samsung that talks about the various differences between 5G and 6E, but let me give you some of the highlights. In general, 5G and 6E, it's going to be kind of hard for me to do this all day, but 5G and 6E, they both offer millimeter wave technology. They're both also tapping into new spectrums that the FCC has allowed for. 6E is going to open up the 6 gigahertz spectrum, right? And I've already talked about 5G and how there's many different bands, but those upper bands are where ultra wideband and all of their gig speed advertising, that's where they're going to be able to offer you those types of speeds, not only in your home, but out when you're out and about using your cell phone. That is one of the major things that both technologies will offer. The other thing they'll also offer is enhanced security. Now, with 6E, they are going to open up the new version of WPA version 3. If you're familiar with any of these technical terms, wireless standards for security has changed over the years many different times, but WPA is the standard that pretty much everyone follows and has stood the test of time over time. The original wireless standard actually was invented by Texas Instruments, and it wasn't a very good standard. So WPA is the standard, and we're on version 3 now. So that is the enhanced security in Wi-Fi that's also being offered in Wi-Fi version 6E. The other thing that they're going to offer, and I've already kind of hinted at it, both 5G and 6E, they're both offering over 1 gig speeds. They advertise it all the time. When you talk about Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile, they're offering gig speeds to your devices. And with 6E, there's no exception. It's the same thing. It's going to be offering the same very fast wireless connection that you would have from a mobile device, and you should be able to stream Netflix and Hulu no problem to any of your devices inside your home. So that is something, as a business owner, when you think about businesses, that you have to consider, right? Is this something worth investing in? Is this something to keep track of? Because I'm keeping track of it. I'm looking at every device that's coming out now, and I'm saying to myself, do I want to overinvest in the older technologies, or what is the newer technologies going to offer me, and how do I position myself so that I can take advantage of them? This is something that you should be really thinking about when these types of announcements come out, because what you didn't find in the devices that Apple released today is Wi-Fi 6E. They're still giving out devices that just have standard Wi-Fi 6. And not to say Wi-Fi 6 isn't a good standard, not to say it's something that you shouldn't invest in. It's just not going to be the latest standard. And what is that going to do down the road? That means Apple has to then release, or they're going to at some time in the future release 6E capable devices. Apple is out to continue to revolutionize the way we think about computing, about devices in general, and I think if you're paying attention, you'll understand that they know just as much as we should know where the market is going, what people are willing to invest in right now, and where you should go, because something like Wi-Fi 6E is still in its infancy, just like 5G. But at some point, we're going to have to make a choice, or we're going to have to understand what choices we have. And I think that's something that, at least at this time, is valuable. It's something to definitely find value in understanding and learning. So please check out some of the resources I have in the comments section below about these two things. I really do think, as a business owner, as somebody who really follows technology, it's something you should look at. And also, take a look at a couple of my other videos where I talk about 5G, understand kind of what 5G is, because I really think it's here to stay. And stay tuned, because I am going to get a little bit more in detail about Wi-Fi 6E, because I really think that's something else I could spend some time in doing and helping you understand, because like I said, it's going to level the playing field. It's going to make it so that telecommunications providers and internet service providers have very equal opportunity in your home, very equal opportunity in your business, and saying, hey, I want to offer you a replacement to your ISP. And you're going to say, why would you want to do that? They want that business as well. They want to offer you every solution that they can. So with that, that's what I have for today. Really appreciate your time and for you to taking the time out to check out these videos. Tell me what you think about the Apple announcements, if you're into that sort of thing. And tell me what you think about 5G and 6E. It's something I really think is interesting. Tell me what else you'd like me to talk about. I know I spend a little bit of time doing research on topics that I love, but I'd love to do research on topics that my viewers love. So if you're watching this video, you have every right to say, hey, why don't you talk about this next? I'd really love to hear about that. Like and share this video with others. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out my website, IamKenRoss.com. Until next time, I'll see you around.